So new PlayStation 5 reveals are coming according to a very credible source. New big leak for the PlayStation Portable 3, PSVIta 2, PlayStation 5 Portable, whatever you want to call it, and new God of War news. Those are the stories we're going to cover today. And if you could hit that like button on the video, thank you to those that do it. And as always, it's very much appreciated. First, yes or no, have you played the first God of War game from 2005 or not? These games are rumored to be coming back in remaster form, but I'm wondering who here played the first game or not. So comment below, yes or no, if you played the first God of War game from 2005 or not. Let me know down in the comments below. Now, diving into the first story of the video, new God of War news. So this was a back and forth story this weekend, but let's get through it. Reading from PlayStation Universe, Christopher Judge, the actor behind Kratos in God of War and God of War Ragnarok, has apparently teased a number of announcements related to the series. Speaking on a stream on TikTok, Judge sparked a lot of interest among God of War fans due to his use of the word boy, which of course is a well-known phrase that Kratos uses in 2018's God of War to refer to his son, Atreus. The next 2 weeks are going to be chock full of announcements and all kinds of good stuff. Thank you so much for joining us, and we will talk to you soon, boy. So this started to make the rounds and got back to Christopher Judge, and he had to comment on it saying, absolutely not true. You can't tease something you know nothing about. I will be making announcements in the near future. I can guarantee none of them will be about our beloved God of War. I am awaiting updates just like everyone else. So that's that, I guess, but I will say there are multiple rumors for multiple God of War games. This includes the God of War remasters to mark the 20th anniversary of the first game come 2025, March 2025, but I guess he wouldn't really be involved in that because he isn't the original voice actor. I assume they'd bring him in to actually remake or remaster those games. Then you also have the rumored Atreus spin-off title, which we assume will be him searching for the giants, which we saw at the end of Ragnarok. And then finally you have, of course, the next mainline game of the series that people so far hope takes place in the Egyptian realm, which essentially would be a prequel to God of War 2018, because we don't really also know what happened over there besides him fighting, I remember, an alligator and a hippo, and then just randomly appearing in the Norse realm. That's all we have there. They left it vague, I assume, for a reason, to potentially maybe flush it out and fill it out in the future. But putting all of this to the side, Sony Santa Monica is actively working on God of War content, and this is based off of multiple job listings mentioning God of War 2018 and Ragnarok combat experience. So let's see how this goes. And if you're enjoying the video so far, hit that subscribe button and join our growing community on our way to 150,000 subscribers.
War is not the only way.
Now, diving into the second story of the video, the next PlayStation event according to a very credible source. So recently we saw Sony put out an ad, and in that ad they had an Easter egg for December 3rd, 2024. And obviously, as we know, December 3rd, 2024 marks 30 years since the first PlayStation console launched. This led everyone to believe that there could be a PlayStation event taking place come next month, especially considering that the Game Awards is happening later than it usually does on December 12th. The last time they had their event on the 12th was in 2019, and in 2019 Sony was celebrating 25 years of PlayStation. To celebrate, they had a state of play on December 10th, 2019. Fast forward to today, and we're hearing from a very credible source, Bill Kuhn, who has a pretty much 100% leaking track record as far as I've seen, and he came out this morning to say this: a PlayStation event is really happening soon, ? I don't have the answer, but many PlayStation stuff are being prepared behind the scenes. Some fresh news are coming. Stay tuned. So Bill Kuhn has been very accurate. So this means something is happening on Sony's end. And I assume Bill puts a question mark on whether an event will actually happen, because they're probably seeing trailers being uploaded on YouTube on the back end, and they don't know if they will be at a separate event or at the Game Awards, but Sony has news coming. I also wanted to give Lunatic Ignis some shine here, because he said earlier that Sony has a bunch to show and that it could be at an event, but this was dismissed by Jeff Grubb, to which Lunatic Ignis said, wait until late November, early December, and your sources might have more information. That's interesting because here we are in late November and Bill Kuhn has information now. We also heard that Sony is set to reveal more on Wolverine soon, which came from Curacasis, who also leaked Lego Horizon. So things are seemingly heating up, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm a bit excited now thanks to Bill Kuhn jumping into the mix. But you guys let me know if you're excited for more reveals from PlayStation soon or not. Let me know down in the comments below. And now diving into the final story of the video, the PSP 3, PS Vita 2, the PlayStation 5 Portable, whatever you want to call it, big leak. Reading from Bloomberg, Sony Group Corporation is in the early stages of developing a portable console that would play its PlayStation 5 games on the move. The product is aimed at expanding Sony's reach and contending with Nintendo Corporation for the portable gaming market, according to people familiar with its development. It would also counter any potential mobile hardware from Xbox maker Microsoft Corporation, which is working on prototypes in the category as well. Sony's portable device is likely years away from launch, and the company could still decide against bringing it to market, the people said, asking not to be named, discussing private plans. So here we are. Now this is coming from Bloomberg that Sony is working on a new handheld. Now remember, this was also mentioned by Moore's Law is Dead a while ago, and he also said very similar things, that Sony is working on a handheld and that it could possibly come to the market or not. He also said that it's set to play all PlayStation 4 games and some PlayStation 5 games with a patch, but here Bloomberg is just saying straight up, this thing is meant to play PlayStation 5 games. The interesting thing here as well is the competition with Microsoft. I think that's what's more likely pushing them, not Nintendo or the Steam Deck. So we better hope that Microsoft actually goes forward with their own handheld, because if that's the case, then Sony will most likely put something out on the market themselves. Again, Nintendo has been on their own path for a while now. Sony's even put Lego Horizon on the Switch. It's Sony versus Microsoft. And even though Sony is the leading console, the leading platform, the leading leader in this console space right now, I assume they never want the 360 era to happen again, where they just came off the PlayStation 2, their best selling console of all time, to struggle for years against the 360 before starting to succeed and going ahead of them just a bit. So they're not going to let Microsoft have the handheld space, especially when you see how successful it can be with the Nintendo Switch. But you guys let me know if you're excited for Sony's new handheld, potential handheld or not. Let me know down in the comments below. And if you guys did enjoy this video, please hit that like button. As it always helps, and subscribe if you're new. I got new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And now I'll check you guys out on the next one. And welcome back to the after show. This is the part of the video where we have a little fun down in the comments below. If you're old, welcome back. If you're new, welcome. For today's thing, what I want you guys to do is to body, obliterate, destroy, and overall harass the comment section with the reveals are coming. Now that we have Bill Kuhn in the mix, this is pretty much 100% Sony has some things to reveal very soon. So whether it's at the Game Awards or they have an event of their own, Sony has some things to reveal. And again, we've heard that Sony's potentially set to reveal some classic stuff, maybe the God of War remasters. We've heard about Wolverine news coming, and I wouldn't be surprised if we got an updated trailer for Ghost of Yotei. Maybe Death Stranding 2 pops up at the event as well, and maybe other classic PlayStation titles appear as well. We've heard rumors on that as well, and it makes a lot of sense considering it's the 30th anniversary of PlayStation. But we're gonna have to wait and see what happens, but I'm excited. If you are as well, destroy the comment section with the reveals are coming, and I'll definitely heart those comments like I always do, because I appreciate everybody who stays to the end of my videos. And now I'll check you guys out on the next one.
Finally! I'm out of here! A little closer, guys! A little closer!